Welcome back to Movie Plot Recapped. A man is shown at the start of the film, who was enjoying the picnic somewhere. And a kid named Constantine was playing with his parents in the same scene. His father and mother were swinging him with their hands. Constantine and his mother both were skinny. But Constantine's father was bulky. Suddenly, that skinny lady begins to fly towards the sky. Like all the lying things there. And it was happening so. Gravity of Earth had ended all of a sudden. Everything was flying towards the sky. Except that bulky man whose weight was more than 120 kg. That man does not leave the hand of his son, who had started to fly in the air like his mother. And that boy had caught the hand of his mother in the air. And they were appearing like a chain. Constantine's mother looks at them with the expression of valediction. And she drops the hand of his son, while father immediately embraces Constantine. And that lady continues to fly in the air. And the scene shifts from here. And it is seen that it was the nightmare of that bulky man. But this incident was not only nightmare but also a reality. That had happened before 20 years. And it had happened for this cause. There had been bad impact on Earth and Moon because of the crashing of American aircraft before 20 years. Due to this, Earth had gone in such a state, gravitational force had stopped affecting if a thing was less than 120 kilograms in weight. It means, all those things used to fly in the space, having less than 120 kilograms weight. So it is shown in the movie that every house has a gravitational meter. And the structure of Moon had also distorted because of that incident. It seemed as the Moon had broken from one side. After this, Constantine and his father come on the scene again. They were taking their meal. And it is known through the played news in their nearby TV, that 20 years have passed of that incident. Newscaster requests everyone to keep quiet for a minute. And for those victims who had ended in that accident 20 years ago. And it is also shown here that all items there are attached with the floor or wall. Suddenly, the gravity of Earth is ended. Then all light things as the lying meal on the table begins to fly in the air. Now it is seen that Constantine, whose weight is lighter, Constantine also flies in the air because of having low grip. And he is stuck with the ceiling while flying. That bulky man who is 120 kilograms, he was still maintained on his seat. Then that bulky man turns on the gravity meter while lifting up. As a result, all things begin to drop down. He places his both of hands on his head to protect him. Contrarily, it is also noticed that Constantine falls down because of turning on the gravity meter. Consequently, he gets wounded badly. After it, it is seen that bulky man hangs his wife's photo on the wall again. And he comes to Constantine and asks him, "Are you okay?" But Constantine does not reply him, checking his body. Afterwards, that bulky man checks his weight, which was little above than 120 kilograms. Now he has gone upset on it. He will be dependent like his son if his weight goes down. So he keeps 20 kilograms iron ball in his bag. After this, he was ready to go to the office. He tells Constantine, "Your coffee is on the table." And he himself goes out of the house. It is also known here, that Constantine always stays at his house. He did not step outside because of having his lighter weight. Now he picks his binocular and looks out of the window through this, where he glimpses an army officer. Then Constantine views his father there, who was communicating with two ladies in hurry. Then he looks at the other apartment from where a lady was throwing a musical instrument. But that instrument was ascending instead of going downward. After it, the previous shown ladies are shown again, who were gossiping with each other about Constantine and his father. They thought that Constantine's father treats badly, keeping him at home forever. That poor always stays at home and he observes everything through window. She says, his father should bring him outside at any time. And he should make him float. It means that he should let him fly in the space. They are still gossiping. At the same time, those floating dogs begin to bark loudly in their surroundings. Constantine had also become fed up, living at house. Now he struggles to lead a normal life. He plays a cassette of the sounds of sea waves in his room. And he covers his sofa with a big umbrella. Then Constantine takes off his dress after focusing on sofa. And he also keeps those pillows from him which he had kept for lack of gravity. After this, he lays down, putting on the sunglasses. And he feels as such as he is at a beach. Meantime, Constantine hears the sound of car. And he quickly moves to the window, lifting up, where he notices a bulky nice lady on the road. Constantine was observing that lady, using his binocular. That lady opens her hair which begins to fly in the air. And she says to Constantine, "Hi." Constantine feels shyness and hides himself aside the window. Because he had never faced women after his mother. Now he used to feel uncomfortable with the women. Then Constantine attaches his pillow with his body, wearing the cloths. And he states on a chart, "Hello." But he does not display it to this lady. After this, it is seen when Constantine's father comes to home. Then Constantine serves him food. Meanwhile, Constantine's father observes the apron on his body. And he says that it is made for the women. "Why have you worn it?" But Constantine says, "It is not compulsory that this apron may only be worn by the women. It may rather be put on by both as males and females." Then this bulky man tells, "This apron belongs to your mother. Go and take it off." Then Constantine takes off his apron. That bulky man checks his weight after taking the food, which is 120 kilograms. Seeing his weight, that bulky man is gone upset as his weight may not reduce more. Later, it is seen that Constantine was checking a few magazines after the departure of his father, where he notices an advertisement where it was stated, "Getting fat and healthy way." It was the advertisement of a burger. After reading this, Constantine orders a number of burgers. Now he checks his weight after eating number of the burgers. He is extremely happy, checking it, that his weight had increased till 60 kilograms from 30 kilograms. Checking it, he is lost in his imaginations where he writes his name on a chart. That lady says to Constantine, "Hi." Now it is seen with it, that Constantine had started eating the burgers again. He was facing difficulty in eating these burgers. In spite of it, he does not stop eating them. And he finishes all the burgers after eating. But he begins to suffer the stomach pain after this. Afterwards, it is seen in the next scene, that Constantine's bulky father receives a call in the office, where he comes to know that Constantine had got food poisoning. He quickly comes at home with the doctor, where Constantine's condition was worst. Next morning, it is seen that Constantine sees after waking up, that bulky father is not at home. Then he notices a note of his father on refrigerator. It was stated there, "I'm going for job. But don't forget your promise." His weight had reduced to 50 kilograms and he was getting angry. He was tired of his life and he wanted to go outside now. Now he exerts to move outside. He ties refrigerator with his body. And he tries to go outside. He was rather feeling a great trouble while walking with this refrigerator. In spite of it, he was doing his best to move outside. Before it, Constantine may go outside from that room. His father arrives there and he begins to push his son inside the house with the refrigerator. After it, that bulky man keeps all the heavy items of his house in a room after locking Constantine in his room. And he comes to Constantine's room where everything was scattered. Constantine was lying on his bed in rage. In the next scene, it is seen that bulky man is conducting an experiment on a shoe. And he sleeps there while working. He has a nightmare about his son as he will lose his son like his wife. He wakes up after being afraid. He notices, waking up, that everything has stuck with the ceiling. But those shoes were not attracting there. He lifts the shoes. As he loses the grip of shoes, then they fall on the table back instead of moving upward. Now he turns on the gravity meter. Due to this, all things are fallen down. Next morning, when Constantine comes to kitchen to take the breakfast, then that bulky man hands him over those shoes. Now, Constantine says to his father, "These are ladies' shoes." Then Constantine's father replies him that it is footwear used by both males and females. Constantine wears those shoes. And he also puts the weight of metal in his bag. It means those balls which are heavier. After this, that bulky man turns off the gravity meter. Everything begins to fly towards the ceiling. But Constantine maintains on his place. Noticing it, they both had very satisfied. Now it is seen that Constantine was moving out of the house, wearing these shoes and taking this bag. And Constantine's father was witnessing him through the window. But there was also someone else who was observing Constantine. And she was the same lady who was seen daily through his window by Constantine. Now Constantine turns off his shoes, going near her apartment. Bulky man forbids him of doing so. But Constantine does the same and he also throws his bag, taking it off, which begins to fly in the air. And Constantine himself was also flying in the air like this bag. He also removes his pillows while flying in the air. After it, he closes his eyes and continues to fly upward. Suddenly, a thing stops Constantine and he senses as there are the hands of someone on his shoulder which are not letting him move upward. Constantine smiles after opening his eyes, because he was glimpsing his dream girl. That girl also smiles, seeing him. Witnessing it, that bulky man was also very happy. In the end of the movie, a floating radio in the space is shown, through which that astronaut was apologizing from everyone. Due to that man, that American aircraft had destroyed. And everyone had faced the troubles. He also reveals with it that Earth will never restore its condition. Hearing it, this movie completes on this scene. Thank you for watching.